All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah, Hadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching the truth and sincerity. One to the globe. All right. Peace and blessings to you. While also listening to the words of sincere prophets of the Lord out on the highway and byways and doing these video epistles. Right. This is rather comfortable here. Man. But let's get to it. Okay, so what we see now happening, all right, is downfall of E, man. It's beautiful. Let me get this quick scripture. Start me off real quick. Uh, 2nd. Salaki, brothers. This is Luke 10:18, right? And it said, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven, right? And so we are witness to this, right? We're seeing this happen day in and day out. Right? Satan is falling from heaven, right? He's not being heard anymore on the world stage. Okay. He doesn't have a hegemony, and his empire shortly to be eradicated, all right, by the Most High Power, Yahweh. Okay, and his only begotten Son and the chariots that dwell on high. But you know, in the meantime, in between time, all right, before this great and notable day happens, this devil right here, he's he's vacating to be the accuser of thy brethren, right? And what we seeing now happen is they're trying to get the story together to come after us, all right? And I'm talking about you know, the nation of Israel. For some odd reason, 2/3 of our people are going to be murdered anyways, and that because of our head. So, okay, continue to call this the Lord, the only God's Son, uh, the name that's not his, Jesus. Okay, and then you got just not coming out of this system, man. All right, and to all you Gadites and Reubenites, man, fuck America, man. This place is done. It doesn't matter who was here first, all right? Just know that this place is over, okay? You don't have a land to stand on, all right? Because your land is in the Middle East. It's in the nation of Israel, all right? Which was, I was going to say, the Levant region, okay? Salaki for that. Um, so Gad over here, whether they look like Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, whatever, you know, the Northern Kingdom, America is going to be eradicated. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about who is indigenous here. It just was a crime that was committed to add on to the rep sheet of Esau Edom. So he can be punished. He will be. Right. So that's what we seeing. Right. So these guys they're backwards in their doings. All right. How can you get somebody to come to a peace table if you're bombing the shit out of them? It doesn't make any sense. Every time you bomb a person, man, that makes them matter. They don't want to sit down and talk about peace, man. They want to bring out the weapons, man. They want to do what you're doing to them. Okay, and I think Esau Edom is the vessel made for dishonor, so he doesn't understand that things don't work in that favor towards him. Okay, he doesn't understand that he can't hit somebody and then get respect from that. All right, and the time that he did do that was during the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? That boy, little man, I think that's what it is. A little boy, that man, a little boy, right? So within that, that's how they got the world to be terrified, and it's in the scriptures. Let's get it, because they out of tricks now, right? And what they're doing is it's no longer scaring anybody. All right. And everybody's waiting, man. Everybody's waiting for them to try to do their and we seen it. I seen it during the shock and awe campaign during the Desert Storm War, right? When they dropped them big ass bunker busters into the ground, and that's Esau's thing, man. The bigger the explosion, he feels like he's the one, you know, and that's what he's. They know his mo, man, and they know he's going to set off that nuke, man. And right when he do that, everything's going to come in this direction, man. All right, Lord's will. All right. Uh, like, damn, what's the point of bringing out? Oh, I got it. I was talking about how they was from how they get everybody try to be scared of them, right? That's Revelation 13 and 13, and this is never going to happen again. All right, they had they one shot and they did it. All right, because everything's going in reverse now. All right, they got that which is going on over there, and I'm gonna read the article because the bombing stopped all of a sudden when Iran raised up and did something over there, and bombing raids stopped soon thereafter. So the shock and awe thing is not working for Esau either anymore. All right, it says and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, so he can't do this anymore. All right, because everybody's doing it. It's not a mighty thing like that. All right, you have the J double O's over there, the small hatters. What they do, they did bombing raids like crazy. All right, and what's that? Uh, when they was looking for Hamas terrorists, not in Palestine, but over in Lebanon and different places over there in that area of the UAE. All right, United Emirates. Uh, uh, and that's what it's going to come down to, anyways, because the UAE think that they cool with the small hatters, man, but they're not. Okay, small hatters want that whole place for themselves, man. They're trying to take on the prophecy that was written for the nation of Israel, which is Jacob. Okay, the righteous people of the earth, right? The hopeful elect. Okay, and they want to take over all that land that was promised to those 12 tribes, man. So that's why UAE, they're not going to get a break neither. Because I heard that the UAE, Qatar, or one of those places, Bahrain, or something like that, was bombing Iran. Look, man, look, the hand joint in hand, man, both of y'all going to be thrust through. Okay, it's no more American bases over there, and that's where the shooting was coming from, probably coming from troops in those areas. All right, not the people of that land attacking Iran, but the troops that's stationed there, right? Because that's one thing that he was having a problem with before when the war started was, where were they going to put all these people? And they started putting them in hotels and regular houses and apartment buildings and so on and so forth. So now what they're going to do is they're doing the same thing that Hamas does. Okay, this is America doing this. The same thing, hiding themselves among citizens in hospitals, residential buildings, things of that nature, where civilians can be hit and killed. So there's no right in this, man. It's all wrong. And that's why we need our Basham and our Shah to come back and get rid of this fucking scourge upon the planet, man, which is the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom, man. Okay, people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and techno wizard geeks, so on and so forth, man. Those people got to be eradicated off the face of the planet, man. Okay, because you average every day six-pack Edomite, man. You going into slavery, man. That which is left of the upper echelons. Okay, elites going into slavery, and then you regular Edomites will be found, and you will be put to what is it, continuous employment. That's what it says in the scriptures. So that's what's going to happen to you. But going back into what I was going into, but yeah, so this devil is at his end. He can't do these things anymore. So that NDAA Act got signed, and what that is going to do, as well as you know, concentration camps, martial law, and so on and so forth. All this is going to be lifted up, man. All these things are going to be pushed. These are draconian measures that's going to happen. All right, and it's on its way, man. All right, here in Boston, what they now they're starting to in other places they already started questioning the flock cameras, but here in Boston, people want to know why flock camera in the middle of the nature. What is that for? You know what I'm saying? If they're looking for license plates and so on and so forth, man. No, man. This is what the beast system will be. It will be uh, a constant location tagging of your presence, man, wherever you at. Okay, and then subscriptions and fees, man. That's all it's gonna be. So just gonna be a autonomous, mindless drone working in Babylon the Great and losing wages. As Haggai said, these are the prophets. You have to always remember what was said, man, because we get into some serious times, and only people that's in the know are going to have room to maneuver spirit, right? Your faith, okay? As long as you got faith, then other things are coming, all right? But you got to have works with the faith, and that's why we out here pushing this word. That's why we tell people, the danger that's coming, okay? So with the NDAA Act, that's what I really want to get into is these other troops, all right? That's going to be able to police America, okay? Without Americans being involved, and that's already happening. AI is involved. That's what the flock cameras are. That's what these other cameras, the facial recognition ones. What's the other one? The GAT camera that can tell how you walk. Uh, There's so many, man. But this is a part of Revelations 13, man. All right, we was telling people for years and years and years, man, this day was coming, man. So now it's here to present itself in our face, and it's about to go down, man. I had a family member, that tried to, and this rattle like, right? They heard you saying these things for year in, year out, years and years, right? But then they try to present the information that they just heard from the so-called white man, okay? After when prophets been out there on the highways and byways telling them that for years on end. But as soon as they hear from the white man, they want to come tell the prophets. Nah, man. And we don't care. We've been through that, right? We've been told all that guillotines was coming. We've been told that the concentration camps and that there was going to be troops from other nations over here. All right, the UN troop thing's been canceled, man. Why? Because they had too many lawsuits against them for rape and shit like that, man. Killing, illegal killings and shit like that, man. Okay, UN was a conglomerate force of all nations. I don't know what kind of troops those were. Like they were outlaws, man. Okay, but those guys they hurt and they maim, they kill people with food and water. Come on, man. That's what's coming here, right? And it's gonna be those small hatters. All right. If you ain't read the news and stayed up on things of those people, what they've been doing, and how their tact is, okay. Just rewind, man. Rewind and look at what they was doing to the people of Palestine, man. That's coming here to America, man. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. All right. Once they join military forces together, hey, America ain't doing the job the right way, man. Those IDF troops would take over, start doing things their way. All right, we know their way. Their way is never signing off on it. Just hurting and maiming more people. Okay, so the Lord definitely got this thing rolling, man. We getting ready to take off. Okay, let me get this real quick. It's Ezekiel 38 and 11. Let's read that because that's what's happening now, right? This place is getting lined up. It's about to go down. Okay. I'll start at Ezekiel 38:9. It says, "Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands and many people with thee." All right. So that's what you know Russia has did on that side of the world over there has amassed everybody to team up with him. Okay. For their greater good, for their protection. He had the BRICS nation. All right. And that's not talked about as much now, but it's still in that, man. All right. Because the American dollar is done. It's not here anymore. It's gone. Okay. So all these people didn't band together. What we getting ready to go into is World War III, man. Okay. All the shady moves that America has did from then to now, all right, it's all put them in a position of getting blown away. That's what it's did. Okay. And then the people over here in America, they're none the wiser, man. They think that this place is come cool. A movie that I watching, I was watching something earlier, and this dude's talking about, uh, we got to fight for the water, and you know, things that we don't talk about, right? They see their system being demolished, man, by their own people, and what they're getting madder about is the presence or the non-presence of Negroes in the midst trying to save this place. And if they haven't figured it out already, the Negroes hate this place, America, man. Okay. And that's a bittersweet existence here for Jake. Okay. And it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. And it's all because you took us and you never restored us, man. That's how your end is coming. So, right. It says, "Thou shalt, uh, thus said the Lord," right? This 10. "It shall also come to pass that at the same time Shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. All right. So all these leaders, they think an evil thoughts, man. All right, especially against this place, down under great, right? And, rightfully so. The Lord already said in Job, he's going to bring you to the king of terrors, right? Yeah. Job 18:14, right? Says his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle and shall bring him to the king of terrors. All right. That's what you see currently happening. This devil ain't got no more tricky moves to make, man. He's stuck out there. Whole free world at this point, getting ready to do something to him. I was watching the guy from Taiwan talk about America. All right, and this is it goes hand in hand with what was it Habakkuk, right? Because the guy he was talking about the moves that Taiwan wants to make in order to keep a profitable GDP and everything like that. And what can America basically do to help them with that? And the guy, he laughed, man. He's like, what can they do? They can't do anything more now because why? They got a full scale war going. All right. In Taiwan, they're gonna cower down, man. They're gonna give in to China, man, because they don't have the means for smoke. Okay, they ain't got nothing to throw at them people. All right, at China. All right, and America's too occupied to even help at this point. So they made a bad business deal. And that's basically how the Taiwanese guy was looking at it. Okay. Let me read this real quick. Let's go there. So this is like world news, man. But the same thing is the end result at the end of every camp, at the end of every week. Okay, we telling you that this place is done. It's over. It's finito. Okay, it's done. I don't know what to tell people, but it's nothing that you can sell. It's nothing that you can do to stop the downfall of your economic gains, right? Or to hope for something better for this place, right? Because the Lord got it going in the fashion where it's all culminating and flushing. That's what it's doing right now. It's out of here. Okay. So what was that going to? Yep. I remember. It's Obadiah. Shalaki. It's Obadiah 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Right? So this is what you're starting to see, right? All these places they're starting to you know look over and say, what's going on over? The Inquisition has started. Okay. It says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, ambassadors sent among the heathen, arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Right? So Esau, Edom, is greatly despised now. And the whole earth is chanting the same thing, man. Even Edomites themselves are chanting upon themselves that it's over for them. Okay, what they call whistle themselves, man. Okay, so it's definitely through. Through. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock Edom, okay, whose habitation is high, that saith his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, And though thyself thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. That started in 1960s, space station. If I if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would I not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And we know Edom. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? And we know because he does the research. He knows that it was going to be one wiser than the children of Daniel, okay? Children of light, so to speak. And with this technology that this devil got, this dude, he just likes to be nosy. Man. You know, National Geographic showed me that when I was a kid. Okay, just taking blood from animals and knocking them out, measuring them and shit. Man, come on, man. So that's his whole MO. He wants to know how to get over. All right. And that's why it's in the scriptures why it says, don't sit this man beside you. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding. So there you go. Like I said, the Taiwanese diplomat, he's laughing at the fact of the matter of, the bad deal that was made between uh, America and them. Okay, they don't want nothing else to do with America. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're trying to back away slowly but surely. Okay, and that's what you're going to start seeing. The majority of all these countries, they already stopped talking about America or with America. Is, as long as it Dunny's in there, nobody wants to talk about this place. Let's get this. Bear with me. It's Habakkuk 2 and 6. Sloppy brothers. And it's the Berean Standard Bible. It says, will not all these take up a tongue against him, speaking with mockery and derision? Woe to him who amasses what is not his, makes himself rich with many loans. How long would this go on? Okay. And he's talking about Esau Edom, right? And there's the loans, man, the debt ceiling is gone. Okay. That shit keeps on growing day by day. And as soon as the war hooked up to it, it started growing even more. So, but hey, look, this is something that scripture said this man won't be able to pay back. Okay. So he got his end, man. Okay. This is a beautiful thing because all the brothers are harmonizing. We all at the same place. We know about the downfall of Edom. We know about the microchip that's getting ready to come out. Okay. And we know about these dirty deeds that Esau currently is involved in. Okay. When it comes to uh, 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 engineering the famine. All right. Through his hand, but we know that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the one that placates all that set that up. He goes to end from the beginning. Right. So this man is not mighty. He is not doing nothing. Okay. Everything has been set up. Everything has a course. All right. And this devil, he's playing out this part as well. Okay. So it's looking beautiful. Okay. From where I'm sitting. All right. And this guy, he's never going to be on top again, pursuant to the book of Obadiah, what he says. Okay. This devil is just circling the drain along with his country, man. It's going to get dangerous, right? And let's see, just like I said, right? Uh, the debt is up. Let's read this real quick. the article I seen the news break. And just like before with Doge, this devil Elon Musk, because this is what the article that has him in it. See. It says Elon Musk flags that America is 1,000% going to go bankrupt and fail as a country. Is what he says can save us, right? And this is 9 hours ago. And I know he said something like this before, but I just look at it as it being not even a coincidence that every time something's about to change financially in this system, this devil shows his face. Hey, Elon Musk says Tesla CEO Elon Musk issued a dire warning for Americans in a February 5th appearance on the Darwash Darwakesh podcast. Musk said America is barreling towards bankruptcy as its national debt continues to climb. Okay, so we already know that we are 1,000% going to go bankrupt as a country and fail as a country without AI and robots. He said nothing else will solve the national debt. According to the Treasury Department, U.S. national debt now stands at roughly 39.6 trillion, and it continues to grow as federal spending outpaces revenues. Though the first 9 months of fiscal year 2026, the federal deficit has climbed to around 1.37 trillion. So it's over, right? And by the time the end of the year come, I'm hearing people saying that they not even be going to work, man. So look, it's a trickle down thing. If you're not going to get happy right now about our captivity being over, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be rejoicing, right? We're supposed to be rejoicing that our captivity is almost up, right? And we can see the end results approaching. Oh, jeez, man. So bad. Yeah, so the end result is coming swift, right? And what does it say in the scripture? Let's read it. So we here, man. We here. It's Ecclesiastes 7:8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in the spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So we about to see some things happen, man. And it's already happening. Before I watching, I was watching that brother's video. Uh, brother that have the name of that channel. Second name of this channel. I was watching, but I couldn't stop laughing, man. And you could definitely tell uh Esau Edom is done, man. They don't know what else to do. So it already said that we're gonna laugh at their calamity, man. Listen, the hopeful elect 3. They losing it, man. And she's screaming for no reason. I don't know what reason, but she's getting ready to throw up all over herself screaming. Hey man, this is it. This is where they can't. This is where they're not going to be able to excel. This is where they're not going to be able to thrive. Okay. And I don't think it's going to be mass amounts of Edomites rolling around trying to unalive mass amounts of Jacob. Although that will be happening, but it's not going to be an end to Jacob. Okay. It's the beginning of our ship. It's the downfall of theirs. So this man don't have a leg to stand on. It's no even no government to talk about over this dummy. All right. This dude got everybody's against him. Right. And this is what the scripture was gonna it's been gearing us to this point, man. It's been gearing us to the point of knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. Right. Like it says in Isaiah the 33rd, 30th chapter. All right. This is where we up with it. It's no panic and overlap patient in spirit. Okay. Not proud in spirit, but patient. That this thing is coming. All right. And you see the change of the guard happening. All right. Jake ain't falling for the lies. Right. The whole elect ain't definitely falling for the lies because it already says that the scriptures tell us that this man is going to yep. Luke 17 and 21. It says, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. So we ain't gonna fall for it. Look over here, there go the Lord. Look over there go the Lord. Nah, man. We are focused. We know that the Lord exists in between the pages of the book, man. All right. First and foremost. He's not there first, and then he opens the door, and then he's everywhere, man. Okay. And that's something that you bird brain Christians can't get. Y'all living in fantasy land. And y'all ain't meant to well the scriptures at all. Because either y'all do this, what I have noticed is y'all try to be perfect here. You can't be perfect here, man. All right. And so y'all doing a disservice to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Y'all crucified him afresh. Okay. Instead of doing what the book says, y'all trying to live an ungodly life. Okay. People don't know about it. When you say over righteousness, that's a sin, man. So you trying to be perfect here. 2/3 you nigga, God, man. Jesus don't want you. He ain't trying to marry you. He ain't trying to give you a baby. He don't give a shit about you. Smelly ass fucking bitches, man. Ain't doing shit right. You just all over the place. I'm so sick of y'all, man. Everything is a competition with you. No man in competition with no fucking woman. We don't need to be in competition with y'all. I'll leave your ass right here by the side of the road, man, and disappear on you. And you'll never see the light of day again. Whoever come by or fuck you up or whatever you're trying to do, you can't do. We watch the fucking videos, man. All right. Was that Naked and Afraid? Man, chilling. They doing big things on their side. They eating, they hunting and shit. What y'all fucking bird brain women doing? Going around in circles, throwing up on each other, catching sunburns and shit. Man, just stop. The world is so out of course. It's like it's not even a real fucking place no more. Man. Okay, and that's the last thing any man want to do is have a battle with a fucking screaming no sense woman. Don't make no fucking sense whatsoever. But hey, The destruction of this place is here, man. Okay, we're going back. So let's go here. Salaki, man, all over the place. But so that NDAA, right? We got approved. And so the small hatters, they said we are joined to America forces. But we know why, because the least of them shall draw them up. All right. And that's what we getting ready to see. Okay. We getting ready to see a full-fledged war on that side of the earth, man. Full-fledged war. Let's go ahead to Joel, Joel 3 and 9. I think I ended it off like this last week, but hey, it's prophecy, man. Prophecy watch is happening. We hit. Like I said, was this pretty much it. It's just the C hip. The C hip need to be mandatory, and then boom, someone and rocking. All right, the tearing down of this place. All right, and the rebuilding of the house of David, which is already spiritually rebuilt. But I'm saying we get the throne. Okay, we get the seat. We get the throne. We get the have dominion over the whole earth. Okay. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. All right. So that's what we get ready to see over there in the Valley of Decision. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Right. And that's why I said they can't do this shocking harsh shit no more, man. All right, you got the Houthis over there. They precision aiming, knocking shit to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, if they want to. So no, man, it's no more shocking. Or America ain't doing it that big. And Douglas, Colonel Douglas McGregor said America ain't got no armaments. They ain't got no weapons, man. So it's just like they're gonna front until they get blown to smithereens, man. That's what's getting ready to happen. No lie. All right. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about thither, because the mighty ones cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, right? So they getting ready to amass themselves over there, man. Look, the trade is sinking in the world because of these dummies over there playing who's running the streets of Hormuz game. Okay. And we know Iran, they want to, they doing the business, but then you got great Satan throwing the monkey wrench in there, right? And things can't get around, right? So now you got opposition for the rest of the nation, man. Nations. Okay. Rest of the heathen nations are getting ready to come up against this place. They can't get their rice, they can't get their gas, they can't get no electricity. They can look, man, products aren't moving. And it's all due to who? This nasty ass whore right here, Babylon the Great. It says, put you in the sickle, right? For the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fast overflow, right? For the wickedness is great. It's already reached up to the heavens. It should have been over the day that they said Jeffrey Epstein Island, raping little kids, drinking blood, eating babies. It should have been done. These are defenseless creatures, right? They're mankind, of course. I already know they're human, okay? They're mankind, right? But these are defenseless babies, and nobody had outcry. It's kind of like the same thing that happened to, alligator baby. All right. But now the Lord is fucking them up, okay, for the atrocities that they have committed. So it's already up to the heavens, man. Already up to the heavens. So the Lord's getting ready to come in, getting ready to come in, getting ready to come in with the swiftness, man. Start handing out ass whoopings and taking names, man. Okay. It says multitudes in the valley of decisions, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Right? This is coming. All right. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So that's what's going to happen, right? He's going to be our shield and buckler. And 2/3 of you niggas don't get it. And you people that going to church all your life, okay? The Lord don't wake you up. You done too, man. Okay? What you seeing right now is the so-called world religions are dying. That's because the NWO, world order, that's something that they want to get rid of. They want to get rid of the world religions. Okay, they want you to pray to machines, man. Okay, they want you to ask the Reverend AI what's going on. Okay, can't have that, man. Can't have that. So the Lord is coming to scrape this place and gut it. Right? Let's go to Isaiah 63. But this is what he's going to do. He's going to come. Swiftness. Is that the right chapter? Let's see who's this. So this is how we see it. All right. Israelites. Okay, this is how we see it. This is Malachi 4 and 2. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, right? And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, said the Lord of hosts. Okay? So that day is coming, man. He already said what was going to happen to Edom. All right. You're going to be ashes underneath my feet, all you heathens. Okay. For the terribleness that you have did to these people that's on the side, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Israelites, right? And then what you did to the earth and all the animals on the earth, you about to get dealt with. And it's gonna be worse than the beat down from minister society, man. Okay, it's gonna be worse than that beat down. Okay, it's coming, man. We can feel it, and I think they can feel it on the left hand side, right? That's why we're the biggest problem now, and that's why I was saying the accuser is hit. He ready. He ready to get bloody. But I'm telling you, okay, this is a disclaimer. All right, you come with it. You come with it. And Lord and Savior, like he said, we're gonna be waiting, man. We're gonna be waiting. We're waiting to put a whole millennials worth of ass whooping on you, man. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, man, this is how we supposed to be choicing, man. that this devil is at his end, man. And he could try to accuse. Nobody's listening to this dude. This I even think, thinking as a man, uh, you know, as a spirit, we know that they're not going to be able to touch us. But thinking as a man, this devil lies so much, man. It's going to get to a point where even he ain't going to believe his own self, man. Okay. Only thing you like to do is say, yo, that's AI. I wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? But this is why they got the flock cameras. The flock cameras are made for that. They're made to make sure that in the instance of a crime, right? Because everything is tracked through Bluetooth. Even your, what they said, headphones, simple shit. They even tracking that too. Your car dash. Let's say you got a Sirius FM radio and you drive through that area that you wasn't supposed to be in because of said crime or whatever happened. Okay. But because you have FM radio and you didn't bring your phone might have been off, so on and so forth. You didn't bring your headphones, you didn't bring your Apple Watch, whatever. You know, because that car is in that area, you got an ID on your car now. Now you got an ID from the signal from the radio that says that you're subscribed to it. Crime is over. It's over. You won't be able to do anything. Okay, which is not a bad thing, but hey, they doing it all the wrong way, man. All right, you're supposed to let people dwell with righteousness, not force them to be righteous. It's like, yeah, you know, in the kingdom of heaven, that's why the rod of iron is going to come because we going to have to get you straight, man. We going to have to get you straight. It ain't going to be a force thing, man. We just going to get you right. That's it. That's why we got the rod of iron, man. Let's read this Isaiah 63. All right. So, like I said, the Lord's coming in to clean up this fucking mess, man. It's all because of you, Edom. You caused this. You caused all the havoc on earth. Your fucking laws of bullshit. Everything. Okay. Your law, your laws are always at war. You know what I'm saying? It's never a clean break. It's always a fine. There's fine that, then you go. You have to talk to more. It's bullshit. All this shit is bullshit. And they're the number one criminals. It's going to come to the point in time where it says it right in second address, man. Right? These people ain't going to be listening to this shit no more, man. It's coming down to the wire, man. All right. The only ones that we're going to listen to is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. And you already told us, wait ye upon me. So we ain't got to go out there and cause havoc. I ain't got to do nothing. All right. Thing I got to do is stay close to the Lord, pray to the Lord that He keep, the wicked far away from me, man. But yeah, I'm going to go through some things, but still, I don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's do it. I don't need no help, man. This is Isaiah 63. All right. So this is the showdown. This is ultimately what it's going to come down to. Uh, I'm gonna read second address because these people don't understand. Okay? You even hate your government. You despise your government. You despise the laws that was made. Okay. Don't have nothing to do with nobody else. All right. You told us that we was what is it? Uh, 1/3 man or some shit like that. And look, now that's bullshit, man. I'm a man. Okay. I got semen coming out of my body. I'm a man. Okay. These fucking stupid ass white people. Okay. But this bullshit is just all made up, man. It's time that people just, even you crackers, don't let these elites trick you out of shit, man. Y'all supposed to be attacking these motherfuckers, man. They say, who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Right, this is talking about Yahweh Shah. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. All right, so when he returns, he's on that ship, man. He's going to get down. He's going to get the business. Okay, it says, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel? and thy garments like him that tread in the exact. I've trodden the wine presses alone, and of the people there was none with me, right? For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant. Okay? So those people that's supposed to be in charge, they wasn't with Yahweh because he don't need them. He's in charge. He is the king of all kings. All right. He got the cracker lack in him as soon as he showed up. That's how it goes, man. Second Ezra 13 chapter, man. Soon as they seen the shit, man. All right. The most high's only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, didn't waste no chances, man. He got right to it. All right. And, hey, Jake better stay in the spirit like that too. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Right? I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation onto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the right. And that's mainly Esau Edom. And two-thirds of our people are other people. I don't care what the fuck they be doing. They're servants at the end of the day. Okay. That won't be I won't be accosting anybody in heaven. I got people for that. You understand what I'm saying? This is how it's gonna be, man. Only thing that I'm gonna be doing, look, man, you gotta let the king be the king, man. That's it. And you gotta be comfortable and you gotta do what you gotta what he say to do. That's it. Period point blank. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We gonna be one single unit, as says in the scriptures. You know? It says, yep, verse 7, I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord in the praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord hath bestowed unto us, and the great goodness towards the house of Israel, which he hath bestowed on them, according to his mercies, and according to the multitude of his love and kindness, so the host elect. For he said, surely there are many people, children that will not lie. So he was their savior, right? The small remnant, okay? In all their affliction, he was afflicted, that the angel of his presence saved them. In his love and in his pity, he redeemed them, and he bare them and carried them all the days of old. Who's that talking about? That's talking about the nation of Israel, not talking about everybody else. But they rebelled and vexed his Holy Spirit. Therefore, he was turned to be their enemy, and he fought against them. Then he remembered the days of old Moses and his people, saying, where is he that brought them out of the sea with the shepherd of the flock? Where is he that put his Holy Spirit within them, that led them by the right hand of Moses with his glorious arm, dividing the water before them, to make himself an everlasting name, that led them through the deep as an horse in the wilderness, that they should not stumble. Right? And this is all Yahushua that led them through the deep as an horse in the wilderness, that they should not stumble. As a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. Right? So it was Moses that led the people, right? And giving himself a glorious name, and Yahweh Shaddai glorious name. Okay. Look down from heaven and behold from the habitation of the holiness and of thy glory, where is thy zeal and thy strength? The sound of thy bowels of thy mercies towards me, are they restrained? Right? And like I said, right now is the time now. Right now is the time where he's supposed to be calling out constantly, or how about Shem Yahweh trying to destroy this fucking place and get you away from two-thirds of the wicked, man. Get far from them people, man. They're clueless. They don't have no inkling. You could look. It's so bad with 2/3 of our people, right? You say that the letter J came about at the end of the 1400s, I believe, right? And you can tell the people that go to church, there's no letter J, no such thing as Jesus, and they still do it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that their brain is cooked, it's off. But if you tell somebody that the letter J doesn't exist, never existed during ancient or biblical time, then the question should be or would be, what is his real name then? And when you present this to any person that goes to church, even the virgin birth, even the Gentile thing, if they can't get it walked away from them, that is abyss. Okay, that is abyss. Right? That's where you're going. When you're dealing with their brain, that's abysmal. They don't have no inkling. They don't navigate in the spirit. The spirit ain't never been turned on in them. They don't understand how the spirit even works, man. And when you sup with Yahweh Shah, man, all that stuff that's it comes to you, comes to you because you read it, you understand what's going on, man. They ain't doing that. But fuck them, man. Let them go, man. Let them people go. All right, let them go to the depths of hell. All right, so to speak. It says, yep, that's it on that. So the Lord's going to return, man. He's going to bring his people out of this calamity. All right, and the accuser of that brother, we already know what this is. Kind of like boring what this damn demon is doing, man. All right, don't you just come on up, man. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai can slide your ass, man. Let's do it. Come on, man. Get down with the get down already, man. Cause this shit is played out. It's boring. It's stupid. It don't got no panache to it. It don't have flair, right? That's what we trying to see, man. We trying to see the show. All right, you're a part of the show. Esau, Edom, but the show is Yahweh Shai reigning supreme and pulling up to the venue, man. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Okay, once you pull up, hey, it's going south for you. It's going south right now. Okay, let's see. Isaiah 19. Let's go to second address. Let's see how bad it's going south for this damn heathen. Matter of fact, GNT. Let's do that. Bad news. The bad guy. One second. We know. We know what's getting ready to happen, man. We know that you're getting ready to turn turn on yourself. Man, they always kicking son. That's what happens. It's ridiculous. Second. Yep. It's like I said, engineer. It's just we see it in the scriptures so much, man. It's just like who in the Matrix. All the people that was on the ship before Neo got there, and that was the biggest thing to Neo, that he can read a matrix within the matrix. But everybody else had to read from off the monitor. They could tell what was going on because they can read the script, you know. on the monitors. Okay, so being where we are right now, right? I mean, Lord, the ones that hold true to the doctrine and the scriptures itself. Okay, we reading the scriptures, but we can see the scriptures playing out. We can see it coming to right. So this is second Ezra 15 to 13. It says the farmers will mourn because their seeds will fail to sprout. Their trees will be destroyed by blight and hail and terrible storms. Like I said last week, it was this lady that she had a or whatever, but she was just walking through her little phone area there, and she was saying this tree don't have fruit. This tree never had this problem before. This is the first year that this happened. Then she was showing how all the end of the leaves are burned. Some of them got like some type of weird fungus or parasite growing on them or something like that. She said she really doesn't know what's going on, but this is the shit that they dropping down out of the air, man, and in the water, you know. So these people, we on to it, man. And like these stupid little games he's playing. We know that he's the wicked. We know that he's evil. When I'm talking about Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, all right, the white race. Okay? It says the world and the people in it are doomed. Right. So this he's the border of wickedness. This is where he brought the world to certain destruction. He knows that. Says the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves to fight against other nations. This is out of the GNTA Bible. This is written already. Okay, there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring their legitimate government. Right, because the legitimate government is to take care of the people. That's what the legitimate government is supposed to be doing, taking care of the people. Right? And so you make sure the hospitals are up, all the infrastructure is up and running, people can go to and fro, gas is running, medical is here, this and that and other. All that stuff is infrastructural stuff that's supposed to be up and running. But some way or another, it's not because we're in a spiral and downfall kingdom right now. Okay. It said there will no longer be free access to the cities. All right. So this is where, the accuser of the brethren. All right, this is where the Gurkha troops come in, and which I'm talking about the joint troops to America, which is coming in here to pillage America, rape and rob, and kill and steal. Okay, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible sufferings, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So this is about to be a turn on in a free for all. You pray to the Lord that He protect you, man. But not you. Listen, man. I live in an apartment building. None of these people ain't up on things, man. They think they're gonna live to 83, and the world is just gonna be the same as usual. They don't get it. But hey, like I said, better is the end of it than the beginning of it. God says, I am calling together all the kings of the earth to come from north, south, east, and west to turn back and restore what they have taken. I will pay them back with the same harsh treatment they have always given to my chosen people, the Lord says. I will use my power, and there will be no mercy for sinners. I will put to death all who have murdered innocent people, even those neighbors that's going to plunder and try to steal and kill those who have. They're not going to make it. They just solidified their their side, man, when they killed their next door neighbor for a piece of uh, bread. My anger has become so fierce that fire has blazed out to burn up the foundations of the earth and to burn up sinners like straw. nuclear missiles. You got wildfires all over the place. Over there in Europe, okay, had one here, couple here. You know what I'm saying? But these things are scourges for amendment, man, for correction. You niggas better get right, get gone. That's it. It says, I will have no mercy on them. Out of my sight, you rebels, do not defile my holy temple. God is aware of all those who sin against him, and he will hand them over to death and destruction. So you're going to buckaloo in that lake of fire, man. And that's what it is, a lake of fire. When all the missiles hit here, this whole place is going to be one big ass lava pool. That's all it's going to be. Flames everywhere. Okay. Well, that's what's coming here to Babylon the Great. Right? Time of Jacob's trouble. Hey, this is his time to shine, man. His time to shine is now. So he going to try to accuse us of falsehoods. Like I was reading the comment board on Twitter tweet or some shit like that, and this dude said black people say they want to hang white people. I said, where? I've never seen nothing like that. Hey, look, Jake, we don't get down like that, man. We looking for that. All right. What we looking for is you to get out of our face and not talk to us about nothing stupid or what your nation got going on. We don't give a shit. Just stay gone from out of our faces. And that's about the depth of Jake thinking when they don't mess with nobody or fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to be in nothing with you. Just get away from you. That's it. And that's how Jake has it. That's where the Lord put us. You know, that's why we're not involved. That's why we're out there marching and doing all that stupid shit like it was the 60s. Although we're not doing that no more, man. That shit's gone away in this past. This is white people problems. And at the end of it all, the white people problems that you created, you're about to get your ass handed to you by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for. We got our own problems to try to repair ourselves, man, and get redemption out of this hellhole that you have created, Esau, Edom. Okay, so hey, once again, he ready to get bloody, but he ain't ready to he ain't ready to see the face of terror. Okay, it's on his way, man. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah. Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching the truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, underneath the standard and the banner of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That say Shalom,